Please God. Please God.
No! So back in the summer of this year, while sitting on my messy balcony, I recommended you 5 anime titles. Not only that, but I gave you my Dainen guarantee that at the end of the season they will receive a certain score. And if not, I will be punished. Originally, I was pretty confident in my predictions, and I gotta say, I came pretty close to failure, because 4 out of 5 of my predictions were a complete and total miss. And it could have been all 5 if not for a fortunate technicality. Thank you, Isekai-Oji-san. Thank you for being an incompetent production team. And so, after putting it off for a little while, it is finally time for me to receive my punishment. So let's go in the order of appearance and start with the raunchiest Twilight fanfiction. Since I've never written a fanfiction before, and God forbid a Twilight one at that, I needed to do some research first. I've seen the first movie before, but I decided to read the plot and character descriptions just in case. It was a given that my story would have to revolve around Edward and Bella, but I still needed to figure out the story itself. To find some inspiration, I've decided to read a few Twilight fanfictions that weren't too weird for my taste. The hard way to learn a lesson. Just let me read this summary for you. Bad boy Edward needs to be taught a lesson, so his teachers come up with a plan. Marry him to the best behaved girl in the school. How will his ego survive spending eternity with Bella Swan? Little OOC, now complete! Wow, great news. I don't know what OOC means, and I'm too afraid to Google it. But I guess I'll just read a little bit of it and maybe draw some inspirations from it. As it turns out, the hard way to learn a lesson was quite basic. I didn't enjoy the universe since I'm not a fan, and so I've come to a single logical conclusion. And since I want to create the most cringy, raunchy, crazy, degenerate thing ever, probably I shouldn't stick to just Twilight characters. That's probably the direction I'm going to take my fanfiction. So I'm thinking of creating some sort of a fusion story, if you will. The only thing is, what other characters should I use?
3 hours later.
Okay guys, I think I figured it out. Okay, so the action takes place at the Minecraft Cullen house. Our main character is, of course, Bella Swan. She's this timid, quiet, whatever. She's a girl who's of the main interest for our other members of the cast. Second member of the cast is, of course, Edward Cullen. Her goal, her ultimate goal and love interest. That was a given. But let's just say that it's not about Bella. It's not about just Bella. It's more about Edward being the isekai protagonist. We want to be trendy on Dainen Mecha channel. So, let me introduce to you the other members of the Edward Cullen harem. First, we have Power.
Now I'm a little motivated.
From Chainsaw Man, who is indebted to Edward because he saved her cat, Meowie. So she's another member of this Edward Cullen harem. The other one is Power's best friend and colleague. It's Makima from Chainsaw Man. She is very interested in Edward because I said so. What the fuck are you gonna do, huh? So this is our core cast. But what is a story without a conflict? Which means that we need to have an antagonist who will try to take away this harem that Edward has. Let me introduce to you Kirito from Sword Art Online. As a man with the most powerful harem, he just cannot stand still knowing that Edward also has a harem that is almost as powerful as his own. I mean, Monkey Mind power are pretty good, you know? Makes total sense to me. So he will try to take away the girls from Edward. This is our main conflict. And so they will fight each other to the death in the end of the story for these three girls. And so it was finally time to combine all these ideas and start writing. Of course, some of the concepts and ideas changed as I was figuring it out, but I think it turned out pretty good. And so, without further ado, let me narrate to you one of the early sections of the Harem Hunter wannabe. 50 years prior, Edward went into a forest near his and Bella's house to investigate a strange flash that he hasn't seen before. Finally, I have something to do in this dump. His dead heart was racing with cautious excitement once again. Finally, something happened in his life after a long mundane existence that stretched for hundreds of years. When Edward arrived at the scene, after a few minutes of neck-breaking sprint, he found a corpse wrapped in some strange clothing that he hasn't seen before. He cautiously approached the body, examining every little detail of the corpse and its surroundings. "What the hell happened here?" he mumbled. "It's as if the color was drained from the trees and grass around it." After contemplating on this weird situation for a short while, Edward finally decided to inspect the body. It was twisted at unnatural angles, missing both right limbs and some pieces of clothes torn. But that was unimportant to Edward as he noticed something even more strange, a mysterious glow that was emanating from underneath the half-tone black cloak covering the chest. Edward slowly lifted the remnants of the cloak and saw a fist-sized purple crystal that was radiating a soft glow. After confirming that no one else was around to threaten him, Edward took the crystal and continued rummaging through what little clothing that was left on the body. Apart from the strange crystal, the now deceased had a small book on his person. As soon as Edward touched it, the cover of the book started to change, and the title slowly appeared amongst the weird symbols that were originally in its place. "The Trans-Realm Navigation Manual," he read in a shaky voice and hovered his view around the rest of the cover. "Published by the Otherworldly Harem Hunter Association." For a moment, Edward seemed to have been lost in thought, still like a 1,000-year oak tree. A minute passed, and then another. And then a laugh erupted from his lungs. Edward gripped the book and the crystal with excitement and desperation, as if afraid of waking up from a sweet dream. A wide, twisted smile carved through his face. "Finally, a cure for my boredom." Edward Cullen was a greedy vampire. The second punishment for my incompetence was to do 500 push-ups in 2 hours. And I wasn't too worried about it. You know, I'm in a pretty good shape. I've been working out when I was like in middle school. So yeah, sure, this should be a walk in the park for me, right? Wrong. Okay, so this camera has about 2 hours of footage left on the lowest setting. The plan is quite simple. I have exactly 2 hours to do 500 push-ups. It's not something that I've done before, and I don't really exercise much. So hopefully I'm not going to destroy myself today. My game plan was quite straightforward. I've decided to do as many push-ups as I can at first, and then start doing sets of 5 to 10. I'm gonna die. I'm so gonna die. The only thing is that even if I could have probably done that 5 or 4 years ago when I was actively exercising, now it was an impossible task. Это была плохая идея. Это была очень плохая идея. And so, after only 30 push-ups, I was bent. I need to play Ring Fit more often. After doing 60 reps total, I could no longer do full push-ups, so I've decided to make my life at least somewhat easier. Should I just throw away my pride and do this? Like, I mean, let's see if I can even do that. Okay, this works kinda. 61. 62. Okay, it's a little bit easier, but not much. 64. 65. Oh, Jesus Christ. Something cracked in my wrist. This can't be good. 66. Kids, do sports. 67. 60. 69. Nice. 70. I thought of just stopping many times, but in the end, I've decided to do at least as many push-ups as I could during these 2 hours. My arms completely gave up on me and were stiff for a whole week after, but in the end, I was able to do 176 reps total. I've promised you to do 500 push-ups in 2 hours. And you know what? I fucking couldn't do it because I'm a wimpy little baby man. But I was able to do 176 push-ups. It was hard. It was not my best performance. I didn't even look the best doing it. No dignity whatsoever, but you know what? I did my best. So if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed watching me suffer, leave a like, write a comment to help with the algorithm, and subscribe to the fucking channel. And finally, the punishment that you've all been waiting for. It is time for me to do a complete dub of a hentai episode. By the way, can I just say, guys, how sick you are? You've had the choice to spare me, to go easy on me, but no, you didn't. You voted for Futabu. Okay, it's not the most degenerate thing that you could have asked for me to dub, but hey, that's pretty fucked up. And let's not forget that every single character in this one is a female, and I have to do like 5 distinct female voices now. Okay, but I mean, let's see what I can do. I promise to do it all serious like shit. Hi guys. Okay, I guess it's finally time for me to dub this Futabu episode. As you can see, I've already written down all the lines that I need to dub over in English. There are 162 lines total, and the characters are all female. So I'm gonna use my trusty voice changer to increase my format a little bit to make my voice sound, if not squeakier, then, you know, a little more gentle, I guess. Let's begin.
Yes, they're in here. Once you enter, there's no turning back. Okay, I understand, Sumika-senpai. What am I doing with my life? Oh my god. Let me close my fucking door. Oops, my bad. Just shake your butt a bit more. Ai-chan, your thick thing is rubbing hard inside me. Ai-chan, your thick thing is rubbing hard inside me. I shall you thick things rubbing hard inside me. Impeccable voice acting, by the way.
You know what? Voice changer really doesn't help. Like, at all. Shit. Ah! Okay, let's continue. And so, things were going pretty smoothly for a while. But at some point, I finally started to crack.
So, everyone really has it dong. Oh. Oh.
Bitch!
It's a real dick, and it's twitching. It also feels warm. My god. What have I done? Dick sure feels softer than I thought. My fucking god, am I killing it or not? I'm coming.
Okay, we're 11 minutes in. Not too much left. We can do this. Fuck!
For the love of God, I cannot pick a voice for this girl. It's just impossible. I do it one time and then I cannot replicate it another time. What the fuck? If it I'm losing my mind. I'm genuinely losing my mind. Thank God I don't have any other task today, so that I can do this for your fucking entertainment, for your sick pleasure of watching a grown man voice a hentai with 5 girls. I'm coming. I'm coming. Coming. I'm fucking dying. She might be coming. But coming where?
Что я делаю со своей жизнью? And so, there you have it. My fully documented suffering in a single video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you want to see more content like that. You can find the full version of my hentai dub, as well as Twilight fanfiction, as well as behind the scenes footage and some other cool stuff on my Boosty page, boosty.to/DanonMecha. Also, huge thank you to my longtime Boosty supporters, Animus Vox and Juno. Thank you guys for watching. It's been Danon, your resident Russian otaku. Take care and have a good day. Okay, boys, this is what happens when you do your punishments a little bit later than you wanted. You get stuck in an elevator on your way to upload the video. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I see you next time.